Okay, in this video, we look at Chapter 3, how to generate some statistics like the average or the mean, it's called the same thing, the median, the range, the variance, the standard deviation, and some other things. So we're going to use the lecture data file, and we're going to look at worksheet first exam, and these are just some grades on the first exam. And if I want to find out what the average is, that's also called the mean. Let's do that. Let's also calculate the median. Let's calculate the range. Let's calculate the variance. Let's calculate the standard deviation. There's all kinds of ways to do this in Excel. But let me show you how to do this first. One way to do it is to use Excel formula. And there's a formula in Excel called the average. I'm going to grab the data. So the average was a 75. And what's the median? The median is the number right in the middle if it's sorted. So you don't have to sort it. I think in this case, the data is sorted. The number and the median is right in the middle. Now you can see that the average and the median are pretty close. The number of decimals, it's not that important. So the average was 75, the median is a little bit higher. The range is the biggest number minus the smallest number. We don't have a range function in Excel, but I can use the max and the min. And I'm going to use, so look, I'm going to say the max of this data minus the min of that data. And that's how we can determine the range. So the biggest value minus the smallest value is 66. It's a measure of variability. If everyone scored a 77, then the range would be 0. Because the biggest value is 77 and the smallest value is 77. So there would not be a lot of variability. So we can also standardize, use a standard deviation, which is another measure of variance. The one I want you to always use is the .s, standard deviation .s. Don't ever use the .p. Don't use the p. Always use the s. Grab the data. And so we can see what the standard deviation is about 16. So all of these, I'm just going to show a whole number. I'm not going to worry about the number of decimals yet. But what is the variance? The variance is a formula in Excel called var.s, and I can grab that. And that's perfectly fine. But also, I can take the standard deviation and square it. So the variance is just the standard deviation squared. Same number. Show it as a whole number. Like that. So you can either calculate it using the formula, or you could calculate it by taking the standard deviation squared. And the same thing if I have the variance, if I take the square root of the variance, I'll get the standard deviation. Again, if I show it as a whole number, it's the same thing. So these are related. The variance is sigma squared. Standard deviation is sigma. That's generally what we use. Typically, the variance is s squared, where this is a superscript. We make the font to superscript. And the standard deviation is just s. Typically, for the average, we use x with the bar over it. I don't know how to put a bar over something. The median, we just say median. Range, we just say range. Okay, that's a good start. We'll continue and do more Chapter 3 formula using the same data set. Thanks.